Hello, and thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for taking the opportunity to learn a little bit more about Mialisia and about our VersaStyle jewelry, an incredible new concept in jewelry design. My name's Brandi Rainey. I'm the Vice President of Sales and Marketing for Mialisia, and I am very excited to introduce you today to Shawn and Annelise Brown. They have really been pioneers in the industry and are changing the way that women are wearing jewelry across the United States and Canada. I am thrilled to be a part of this company. I've been with the industry now for about 16 years, worked for lots of different companies, and Mialisia is an incredible, incredible opportunity. And we're just so appreciative of you taking the time to be with us today, and I'm going to introduce you to Annelise Brown. She's going to share with you a little bit about her story, where the idea of VersaStyle came from, and then Shawn Brown, president of the company, will talk to you a little bit about our compensation plan, hostess benefits, and all of the great things that we put together from the corporate office to help our designers be successful. Here's Annelise.
Hi, thank you so much, Brandi. I am so excited to be here today and so grateful that you would take time out of your busy schedule to hear about Mialisia. And so I just thought I would tell you a little bit about how this all got started. It was just about over 4 years ago. I was living in Iowa, and a friend of mine invited me to do a craft show with her, and I agreed to do it. Had no idea what I was going to sell, but at the time my mom was making jewelry, so I thought, well, maybe I can learn how to make jewelry and make some jewelry for this craft show. So I did. I learned how to do it, and I personally had always loved the idea of jewelry, and I bought a lot of jewelry, and I found that I didn't wear it very often because every time I put it on, it just didn't work with what I was wearing, or it was uncomfortable, or it was too long or too short or whatever, and so I just didn't wear it very often, but I wanted to because I just, you put jewelry on and it makes you feel just different and better about yourself. And so I had always kind of been on the hunt for an all-purpose of jewelry, just something that I could put on with everything, that would work with everything, so I could just feel good every day. And I never found anything like that out there. So as I was playing with this jewelry, one night I was laying in bed. It was probably 2 o'clock in the morning, and I could not turn my brain off. You have those nights. And I just had this idea come into my head, and I believe that it was an inspired idea, but it was just a simple idea to add hooks to both ends of a necklace. And I laid there, and I thought about this and got more and more excited, and I got up out of bed, and I ran downstairs, and I got online and just started searching to see if I could find anything like it out there. And I looked and looked and could not find anything like this idea that I had. And so there I sat in the middle of the night making these necklaces with hooks on both ends, and I was so just excited to see what people would think of it. So I spent the next few weeks making these pieces, and I went to this craft show, and I had no idea what to expect, but it was just a one-day, 6-hour craft show in the girls' gym at the high school, in our little town, and they opened the doors, and I just started showing women this concept, and I was just blown away by the response. Women loved it. They loved this idea that they could customize their jewelry to fit their style and what they were wearing. And I ended up selling almost everything I had taken. And I went home with $2,000 in my pocket from this little 6-hour craft show. And, then of course my husband was like, whoa, you're on to something, and we were so excited. And so there he started signing me up for craft shows all over the place. And that is when it all began, and I spent about 2.5 years doing craft shows and vendor events across the country, selling this jewelry, and it was an exciting time. It was probably the hardest couple of years of my life as well, because you start a business and you have all these great ideas, and it turns out it's really hard starting your own business. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and even though we were having great success at these shows, every penny we made, we had to put right back into the business. And, my husband had a great job, and any extra money that he brought in went to the business. And it was hard. It was so hard. And, there were times when we literally had nothing and could barely make ends meet. But my husband and I really felt so inspired and so committed to this. We just really felt like this is what we were supposed to be doing. And so we pushed each other along, and we made it happen. And we started getting requests to be in stores at one point, and we thought, this is it. This is it. This is how we'll be huge. We'll be in stores across the country, and it'll be so great. And so we started kind of focusing in the retail area, and we were in maybe like 75 little gift shops and things like that across the country. And it was okay, but it wasn't great. And we realized pretty quickly that, a necklace just hanging on a shelf is just a necklace. And if you can't show people all of the cool things that it does, then, it's just a necklace and nobody gets it. And so, we kind of came to a crossroads, and we weren't sure what we should do. And right about that time, we came in contact with some investors that loved our VersaStyle concept. And they came from the direct sales industry, and they just thought that this would be perfect for direct sales. And so they flew us out. We met with them, and it was perfect. It felt so right. We sat in this boardroom with a bunch of guys. Who knew guys could be so excited about jewelry, but they really were. I showed them the concept. I told them my story, and, as they shared with me about the industry, we really felt that this was just a perfect fit for our concept, because it's, all about, teaching the concept and hands-on and allowing women to play with it and create their own looks. And so we pretty much right there agreed that we were going to join forces with them and launch this in the party industry. And so we went back and sold our house. My husband called, and, he had a great job, and he was actually going to be promoted, and he called and told his boss, hey, I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to go sell jewelry with my wife. And, of course, they thought he was crazy, but he did it. And we packed up our little family, and we moved out to Utah, where our partners are based, and we began this amazing Mialisia journey. And it has been the most incredible year. The people that have joined our company are outstanding. We have amazing, amazing women, and we have just been so blessed. I, believe that this was an inspired thing. I really do. And, it took me a while to kind of figure out why we were doing this, And over the last year, as I've traveled around the country and gotten to know so many people out there, I have realized, I feel like it's all kind of become clear to me what the mission is of this company. And, if you notice on all of our pieces of jewelry, we have a little tag that has an M for Mialisia, and then there's a little infinity symbol. And that stands for infinite possibilities with your jewelry, but it also stands for infinite worth. And like I said, as I've traveled around and met these women, there's just one thing that I've noticed that all of us women have in common, is that we are so hard on ourselves. And I think sometimes we forget just how awesome we are. We were all born with this amazing infinite worth, and no matter the experiences that we have in our lives, no matter what happens, that worth does not diminish. It remains the same, and we all have that infinite worth within us, and we've all been blessed with amazing gifts and talents, and we just forget. I think we forget, and so my mission is just to remind women of that. Every package of jewelry that goes out has a little card in it that says you are of infinite worth. And I believe that with all my heart, that we are all of infinite worth. And I am just dedicated to making sure that everyone that comes in contact with Mialisia is reminded of that and hears that message. So we try to share that at all of our events and make that a focal point of our company. So, we are not just selling jewelry. We are literally revolutionizing the jewelry industry with this amazing concept that gives women value and allows them to be creative and allows them to customize their style. But we're also on a mission to strengthen women and remind them of their worth. And so that is what makes it the best for me. That's my favorite part of all this. I feel so blessed to be a part of it. I know that it's going to be huge. I have a peace inside of me that that I cannot deny, and I'm really, really thrilled to be bringing this to the world. I'm so excited, and we want to take as many people on this journey with us as we can. I mean, this is an incredible opportunity, and we're just looking forward to taking this to the world. So that is my story, and that is what we're doing here at Mialisia. It's a very exciting time, and I want you to hear just a little bit more about some of the details of joining Mialisia, and I'm going to just pass you over to Shawn, our president and co-founder of Mialisia, and let him just talk to you a little bit about that.
Hi, everybody, and thanks for listening again. Not only at Mialisia do we have an incredible concept that is actually changing the way that women wear jewelry, not only do we have a great story from Annelise and how she's really followed her dreams and chased them and is making them a reality and blessing the lives of women all over the country and all over Canada as well, but we have seen just some incredible miracles happen in our first year in business. We're growing so quickly, and it's just exciting. But there's other reasons, too, why you might want to do business with us, or you will want to do business with us. Number one, we pay 35% retail profit off of every piece of jewelry you sell. That is not average in the industry. That is above average. That is meaning that every time you sell a piece of jewelry, we're going to pay you 35% commission on that piece of jewelry. That is incredible and an opportunity for you to make some really good money selling the jewelry. But also, in addition to that, we have a compensation plan. And in that compensation plan, we pay you on your team. And you'll find in our compensation plan, not only do we have great percentages that you override your team with, but we have a principle that's called dynamic compression, which is pretty unique to our company within this party plan industry. And it basically allows for any time that someone quits or leaves the company or is no longer doing the business in any given month or not active, that people underneath them will actually compress up, and you'll be paid as if they were at a higher level than they actually are. Translation, that means lots of extra profits for you. And it also means that you're getting paid the maximum amount on everybody in your team constantly. And that happens every month. We can explain more of that to you in detail when you decide to join our company. But I'll tell you, that's an exciting thing. Another thing that we have is company-funded hostess benefits. We call them fashionistas. But in other words, at your party host, we're going to pay for all the rewards. And we're going to give them abundant and rich rewards. We're going to have monthly promos that entice them to book parties with you. We're also going to have customer promos that entice those customers to buy from you and allow you to have a leader when you call them. We're going to do some other great things where we run flash sales and we run promos for internet-only sales to help you build your business during slower times of the year. We are just having so much success in all of these areas, and we're seeing great things happen. We've had big leaders from other companies join us and help us build, have teams all over the place. In our first year, we've already launched in our second country and have a growing and very fluid business in Canada. We're officially launched in many of the provinces there. We're having a ton of success. We've got big, big leaders, and it's really great to see all of the success that is happening up in Canada as well as in the U.S. Having said that, though, we are absolutely in our first year. Really at the beginning of our second year, but the opportunity is very much ground floor. Although we have hundreds of designers all over the country and Canada, relatively speaking, nobody has heard of us yet. We're just now getting the word out there, and this is an exciting time to join the company. You can basically be a pioneer in your town, your city, your state. You can build a team and be one of the first to bring this new concept of jewelry to people in your area. It is so exciting. It's a fun time to be with a company. For those of you that know a little bit about startup companies or know about growth, you understand that much of the explosive growth in a brand new company that has a great product and a great concept, like ours does, happens in years 3 through 5. We are not anywhere close to that yet. We are just now growing and exploding. What I can tell you, though, in our first year, that we've sold millions of dollars in jewelry. And that is true. It's exciting, and it's fun. We want you to be a part of our company. We want you to join us on this adventure, and we need you. So please, if you are interested in joining us, our company, or acting on some of the things you've heard, please go back to the person that referred you to this. call and ask them some more details about what you heard on this call. If you didn't have someone that referred you to us, please send an email to support, S-U-P-P-O-R-T, at Mialisia.com, support@Mialisia.com, and we will respond to that email and get you additional information. It's just an exciting time. We need you. We want you on our team, and we need your help to help change the way that women wear jewelry and remind them of their infinite worth and the great things that they are capable of. We can do so much good. Please join us. Thanks for your time. Talk to you later.